is that The Office looks like it could be getting a reboot. As soon as the report says here that as soon as the writers' strike is officially ended, they've reached a tentative deal. But once that deal is ratified, it will be officially announced that a reboot of The Office is in development. First reaction.
I like The Office.
You like The Office?
I'm a fan.
So you like this idea?
I like more of The Office.
What you want is more Office. And I'll tell you that although we don't know many details at this point because it is in the very early stages, the one thing that is known is that Greg Daniels will be back. Greg Daniels was the showrunner for The Office when it got started here on American TV for the first several seasons. So he is the man behind it all in some ways, and he will be back. Will any of the cast be back to reprise their roles, or is this going to be a completely clean slate? That is not known. I feel like the actor who played Stanley, Leslie David Baker, is going to do everything he can to be a part of it because he was trying to launch a Kickstarter to make a Stanley spinoff. But I'll tell you, the reaction online is not as positive as your mild enthusiasm was. Most people are very against this, it seems.
Really? Most people, they think it's going to ruin it or what?
I guess some of the reactions I'm seeing here, someone says, yeah, because famously the problem with The Office was that it just wasn't long enough and there wasn't enough of it. I watched every episode of The Office. Some of the later seasons, not as great, not as consistently good, but still watchable, still pretty good. Someone else posted the thing from SpongeBob where Mr. Krabs is looking at Smitty Bourbon Jaegerman Jensen's grave. He says, am I really going to defile this grave for money?
See, my question is, too, how much of the cast is coming back? You know, that's the real kicker.
So do you want a bunch of the cast to be back in a continuation, or do you want a new version of The Office?
I want
more modern.
I'm okay with having some new, but I need some of the old.
Who do you want?
I mean, obviously,
let's start negotiating here.
I want John Krasinski.
Oh, I don't think he's doing it.
Well, then I
think that's a. You have a better chance, a snowball's chance in heck of getting John Krasinski. Him and Steve Carell, I think, are the two absolute no's.
Well, Steve Carell wasn't even in the.
Yeah, he wasn't in several seasons.
In several seasons at the end last time, anyway.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah.
What about Rainn Wilson? Can I get Dwight back?
Possibly. I think he. You know what else has he got going on that's so important? He seems to still embrace it. Like John Krasinski has moved on. He doesn't want to be Jim anymore. He's doing other things. He's making A Quiet Place. He's married to Emily Blunt. He's got a different life now. He is
killing it in the acting game.
Mr. Fantastic or whatever from Fantastic Four. Gets his head shaved apart by Scarlet Witch.
I just don't want it to get ruined.
How could it ruin it?
Because if this comes out, it wouldn't ruin the old stuff.
Yeah.
It would just be annoying.
So you just don't watch it. Here's something crazy. I looked this up. Do you know how many versions of The Office there already are?
How many?
16.
16 versions.
There's 16.
So maybe we shouldn't do this because there's only one good one.
There's too many. Yeah. There's two. The UK version is good too.
The UK version is not good.
It is good.
It is not good.
And
widely known.
I think what is one? That's a wild claim. I think you add one more. Some people will like it. Some people won't. I think better off starting from square zero or maybe having one attachment to it. Maybe it is Stanley. Maybe it's Kevin. One attachment. He's at a new office now. And oh no, this office also has a wild boss and crazy hijinks.
That's so annoying though, because it's the same. They can't use the same storyline with all new people. That's just silly.
Let's start new stories. Totally different. I think I'm open to it. If you've got the right people involved, and I don't necessarily mean the actors, it could still be funny. There's a reason they made 16, and that's because it's a universal concept that will never get old.
Yes, but only one of them was good.
You don't know that. They're all different languages.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.